A lot of people talk about their get home bags, that sort of thing that they carry with them all the time. I'd like to talk about my other get home bag. This right here. When I was in the reserves in the Canadian Forces for a few years, the one thing I learned because I was armored reconnaissance was let our kit carry us, rather than us carrying our kit like the infantry did. What that means is basically, if you have a vehicle, let your vehicle carry all your gear and you, rather than you yourself trying to carry all your gear. Almost all of us travel to and from work, or go to a shopping center, or go out to get groceries, go to visit friends and family, run errands, that sort of thing. And we do it in our vehicle. So if you're taking a get-home bag with you in the vehicle, why not stock your vehicle with stuff that you can use as well? So what I'd like to do today is kind of show you what I've done to my vehicle, as well as what I stock in my vehicle. I've been thinking about the trucker protest, and if I had time to join them, and it would be a long trip and you're stuck in traffic a lot, and the possibility of breaking down or not being able to get the supplies you need, food, water, at the appropriate time, well, that's what we're trying to achieve here. So starting up front, one of the first things I did was actually install 2 batteries. The original one sits here, but because of the style of truck, it had a second position for another battery here. So I put one in. This second battery takes the wires to the back of the truck, to the bed of the truck, and runs equipment at the back of the truck in the bed. Tires are so important. It's what connects your vehicle to the road. So try not to cheap out too much on tires. I've seen people before buy old used tires from a garage, and they'll continue to swap them around, and as the back tire or front tire is bald, then they go buy another one. Try not to do that if you can avoid doing that. Get some good tires, rotate them between winter and summer. It'll last you that much longer, and it'll ensure your security on the road. Tow hooks. Most vehicles come with some sort of tow hook on the front or the back. Trucks obviously come with bigger ones. If you don't have any, see about getting some installed, or even just get a trailer hitch put on the back so that you can be pulled out of a ditch. Inside your vehicle, there's usually storage spaces. I put this box underneath the back seat of my truck, and as you can see, I have different bags inside, different containers, stuff inside, and I'm going to go through that later with you inside because it's much warmer in there. But as you can see, we've got shelter here, we've got fire, utility, shelter, we've even got Nalgene Bottle that are made for emergency preparedness. So there's a lot of things I keep in here just in case I get stuck somewhere. On the top of my truck here, I actually have rails put onto my bed, and I can put a roof rack on the front of the truck as well, on the cab. And I run a roof rack on long trips, and that way I'm able to store stuff up top. As well, I have a pull-out shelter, a pull-out tarp that fits onto my rails. So if I'm stuck by the side of the road for a long time, or I need to pull off somewhere, or there's somewhere where we might have to sleep where there's no accommodation, I can pull that tarp out, set it up, and it gives us shelter for the night or the afternoon or on a hot day. If you're driving a regular car, you probably don't have the same amount of space as a truck bed, obviously. You probably can't put in the 2 batteries, but if it's an option, especially for a truck, go ahead and do that. And what I mentioned was here's the wires that I run to the back of the truck. Now there's the red and the black, which I actually hook up to an inverter. That inverter died, so I'm waiting to replace it, and it gets mounted on the side here, so I can run electrical products, a coffee maker, drill, that sort of thing, recharge batteries. The other cord here is actually for my Engel fridge freezer. So it's designed as an off-road fridge freezer, and I can stick it in here for long trips. I can shut off my truck, we can go camping for a weekend, and that fridge will either keep stuff cold or frozen. It's dual purpose that way, and it runs off that one battery. It's about 9 amps. We've shut the truck off before for, I think it was 3 days, and it ran no problem for 3 days without draining the battery. Very efficient. On the other side of the truck, I actually mounted a piece of plywood and some mounts. So I actually have a couple gas tanks that mount to the inside of the bed here. So again, on those longer trips, I can take gas with me. Now, one of the things I've really been wanting to do is actually stick a metal bumper on the front, a metal bumper on the rear, and a spare tire carrier, either in the bed, on top of the cab, or on the tailgate. I haven't done that yet because my thought process continues to say it's an older truck, so why am I putting the money into an older truck when I might get a new truck and then I'll be able to upgrade from there. However, that said, I love my old truck. I don't know if I'm actually ever going to replace it. I love it so much. So one of the things I do too is I actually keep a tow strap under the front seat. They always come in handy in Canada in the winter or in the mud. I keep jumper cables in the truck as well. However, we've been using them lately to jump the truck and the car, so they're actually in the garage right now. In the front seat too, what I like to keep is an emergency first aid kit, handy. I also keep this one, which is a trauma kit. So basically for me, this is regular cuts, scrapes, injuries of that sort. This inside has a tourniquet and tons of gauze in case we have a really bad accident. So we'll gather some of this stuff up, take it inside where it's nice and warm, and I can go through it. I'll recheck, make sure I've got everything, update stuff, maybe take some stuff out, and I'll explain everything to you inside. Hey guys, so I moved inside. I brought a bunch of stuff in that was out in the truck. So I'll kind of go through it and give you an idea of what I like to carry with me. So one of the main things you're going to want is basically food and water to be able to survive if you're stuck for long periods of time. There's a couple ways to do the water. I like these packets, emergency drinking water packets. You can keep them outside and they'll freeze and they won't burst. It makes it so nice in our temperature to be able to do that. Similar thing is these food packets. They are basically energy bars. I haven't tried them yet. I actually need to try them to see if they're actually tasty. However, they provide a lot of nutrition, a lot of calories. So if you're in dire straits, you'll be able to use that. So the other thing I always carry is water filters. So I use these two, and it's simple as scooping up bad water and then dropping the filter down in and pushing it through the filter into the main area. I always carry spares as well, spare filters to put them on. The other thing I like to carry is this little Nalgene bottle. It comes with a food bar, a water pouch, whistle, lights, a bunch of other stuff. So it's kind of like an all-in-one little purpose. So if I just need to grab something, I'll grab that and take it with me. If we're stopped for long periods of time and need more water, then I carry this bag filter. So I can fill up this bag, hang it up in the tree or on a truck, on my roof rack, and allow it to drain into a bottle. Shelter's another big thing. You have your vehicle, but say you want to leave your vehicle or not stay inside your vehicle. I carry a couple different things. This is a tube tarp, so it's basically a triangle tarp that you can pull out and attach to two trees, and it forms this triangle that you can climb inside and sleep inside. As well, in this bag here, I have more shelter items. So in these bags are really nice too because it has a clear spot on it where I write down a list of what's inside the bag. So in this one I've got survival blankets, ponchos, an 8x10 tarp, and sealer as well. So I open that up. I've got rain ponchos there if needed. I've got a sill tarp as well. Inside is a sealer as well, so if anything goes wrong, I can seal up anything that's waterproof. And then, of course, some emergency blankets. Now, when I was outside, we talked about the tires. One thing to help protect your tires as well is I always carry this air pump. So it plugs into your cigarette lighter or accessory thing now, is 12 volt, what they call it, I guess. You know, where you stick this thing to charge your smartphone. So this will basically inflate most tires, no problem whatsoever. I've used it on the truck, bicycles, the car, so it's really handy to have in the vehicle as well. Also, what I like to carry too is this tire repair kit. So if you get a puncture, you can fix your own tire as well. Light is always a good thing, so I like to keep a few in the truck. I carry this one. It's massive, but I can recharge it in the house, or I can recharge it into the truck. Again, plugging it into the cigarette lighter or the cell phone charger circle thing. Carry a little flashlight as well, little handheld, as well as chem lights. I love these because they don't take batteries. You just snap them and they glow. So if you're in your shelter or in a truck, or even if you want to basically let someone know you're in distress, you can hang these on your vehicle. You can stick them in snow. You can put them anywhere and just let them light up. That way you don't have to worry about wearing out the batteries in your flashlight. Another good one is units like these. So this has 3 candles inside. So you can light those candles, and there's a spring inside that pushes the candle up. So as the wax melts, the candle raises. So it doesn't drop down in, the candle just keeps raising up to the top. So with that, it not only gives you light, but it gives you heat as well. So some of the other little things that I like to carry, this is a breakdown saw. So if I don't have my chainsaw with me, or the chainsaw ran out of gas and there's a tree across the road, or I need to build a shelter with some wood and trees, then I can grab the saw, open it up, and use it to basically cut wood. I carry gas canisters with me as well. I like to carry this little unit here. So this is basically my cooking unit. I've got another gas can in it, the bowl, and that's the stove right there. So what it allows me to do is heat up some food, heat up some water, melt some snow. There we go. So it allows me to cook chicken noodle soup or anything else like that. I've got some packets of that I like to keep handy as well. Cook some hot chocolate or coffee, that kind of thing where, you know, if it's a cold day and you want to warm yourself up, it's great to be able to do a little cooking. So now it comes down to some of the smaller items. One thing that's always handy is bug spray. I keep that year-round in the truck. That one there is one of the military issue ones. That'll melt the paint off a vehicle. That stuff's brutal, but it will keep the bugs away in the worst conditions. Lighter, I always keep one of those handy. This one's a stormproof lighter, so it'll light in the wind, rain. A multi-tool, always good to have a multi-tool handy as well. And then along with that, my 2 other packets. This one's fuel, fire, and this one's utility. So if we open this one up, the fire, I can see again, read my list. I've got some emergency stove, wood tinder, fire cubes, strikers, candle stove, citronella candles, box of matches, lighter. So that's kind of my fuel pack. And that allows me, again, to start fires, maintain fires. Again, if I need to melt some snow, I can do that for water. Cook a little chicken noodle soup or something, heat it up, as well as make some emergency heat. In the utility one, it's kind of all around. I've got some more chem lights, knife, plastic bag, bug juice, marking tape, hand chainsaw, whistles, mirrors, compass, fishing line, batteries, Kleenex, pens, pencils, paper, and again that opens up and I've got everything there handy as well. And again, like you heard, I've got an emergency hand chainsaw as well, so if it really comes down to it, I can still cut some wood. The good thing with these packets here is that I can also grab these, and if I have room in another bag, I can throw these right into a backpack or a bag and take them with me from the truck. So if the truck runs out of gas or the truck's damaged in some way and I need to leave the truck, well, I can grab a few of these and take them with me as well. So guys, I kind of hope you like that little overview on everything. If you have any questions about what I carry or what I'd suggest you carry or options for different vehicles, and again, all of this can be customized to your area. I mean, if you're down in Florida, you might not need as much winter clothes or that sort of thing, but it all kind of makes sense just to keep a good emergency kit in your vehicle. Use it in addition to your get home bag or your bug out bag. Let your kit carry you and your gear. All right guys, so hope that helps. If you have any questions, again, let me know down in the comments. We'll talk to you soon. Love ya.